Hey fellas, how you doing? It's Johnny. Yeah, I wanted to do something a bit different in this video. I didn't plan this video, but when I woke up this morning, I had a concept to do a video on anxiety. I know that the majority of my followers on YouTube are working through social anxiety, life anxiety, anxiety around socialising with people, building relationships, whether that's with women, getting a girlfriend, improving confidence, speaking to women, building friendships with the same sex, men, building a better relationship with yourself, and just not being scared to be scared, if that makes sense. So in this video it's gonna be a bit different, maybe different to the advice that you've heard. So I'm gonna give you advice that's I'm not gonna actually give you advice that actually works. I'm gonna give you the truth. I'm gonna give you stuff that I actually use myself. I'm kind of saying this, I suppose I don't want to sound bitter, but I'm kind of saying this at a bit of frustration, because when I had really bad social anxiety and I was going online, I never found any outlet that actually really gave me the truth and actually enabled me to actually go out and to better manage my anxiety. Everything I read or watched made me feel worse about myself. It made me feel inadequate. So I don't want to do that in this video. I want to make you feel fantastic about yourself, and I want to actually say to you that it's perfectly normal to feel anxiety. It's even normal to feel anxiety sometimes socialising around people. We're human beings. We're in a biological body. We've all got fears. I've got anxiety. And I want to share something with you that really inspired me the other day. And I don't usually read blogs, but it got my attention and I enjoyed it. It was a list of 10 celebrities that you'd be very shocked to know that most of them had anxiety. They had social anxiety. So Johnny Depp has social anxiety. He has real anxiety around people when he's out of character. I totally relate to that. I totally relate to that, being a teacher, being someone that helps people with anxiety, and having a lot of anxiety years ago myself. And one of the main reasons why it took me a long time to overcome my anxieties around people, because I always felt ashamed at having it. I always felt like I'm the only man on the earth that feels uncomfortable when he goes into a room full of new people. Or I'm the only person that gets nervous when he meets someone for the first time or he goes on a date. I'm such an awful person. It's like, no, you're not an awful person. You're a very beautiful person. You're a human being in the body, and you're normal. We all feel like this at some times in our life. What I've learned to do is to better manage my anxiety. I'm not even going to use the word overcome. You don't need to fully overcome your anxiety. Sometimes we use language and we can take language out of context. So I'll often work with students on a 6 weeks program. They're doing excellent. They'll say, I'm doing really well, but I still haven't fully got rid of my anxiety. And I'm saying you're never going to get fully rid of it. You're never going to fully get rid of anxiety. It's part of the human condition. But on a positive note, you will learn to better manage it so well, it won't bother you no more. So the first exercise I want you to do now is, I want you to just kind of do what I've done on the camera. I'm just speaking out loud for you. Get yourself to a nice location. I love parks. I was just saying this to my friend Ben. I love going to parks, it makes me feel good. And if I've ever got anxiety, and it's very common for me, I have a bit of anxiety every single day, because I'm always taking action. I'm always out in the battlefield. I'm always teaching, I'm always doing blogs, I'm always growing, I'm always inspiring people. 25,000 subscribers, almost 5 million views on YouTube. That shit gives me anxiety sometimes. I wake up in the morning and think, what's going on? I'm a normal guy from the concrete jungle, and all of a sudden I've got a whole following all around the world. But then I go, oh yeah, I understand why I've got this, because I went out and I was honest enough to work on my anxieties and share my insecurities, my fears with the world, and also help them to overcome it or better manage it. Sorry, not overcome it, better manage. So many times I said to students, no, don't complain about your social anxiety. Your social anxiety built us a relationship. That's how I got to know you guys. Do you think I'd be doing a YouTube channel and I'll be spending hours upon hours a day if I didn't have anxiety? So it's the way we think about anxiety, the way we manage our anxiety, and the way we go and use it. Now obviously, if you think that, I'm the only one who's got anxiety, I'm the only one who gets a negative thought, I'm the only one who gets nervous when he meets new people or doubts himself, you wouldn't be human. You would not be human. But I'm not saying to stay in your house. All my videos are always about encouraging people, very simply, to go and have the courage to go and face people and talk to them, and to disprove there's anything to be afraid of. No one's going to harm you, it's very unlikely they're going to punch you. The most likely thing is they're going to like you. They're going to want to build a relationship with you. That probably scares you as well. So I wanted to share that with you and make it very clear. Just because I'm a teacher and I teach a 6 weeks program course about how to conquer anxiety, we all have anxiety. I can't tell you how much relieved I am to tell you this, to tell myself this, and to inspire other people. It's okay to feel nervous, it's okay to have fear, but it's not okay to believe that you're the only one. Now, moving on from anxiety and fear, I don't have anxiety all the time. I don't have anxiety now doing this video. Most times I socialise with people, I feel very comfortable in myself, but I had to go through that learning curve. And some days I contradict everything, and I'm sitting at home and I'm thinking, if the guys were to see me in my worst state, they would be saying, wow, Johnny Berba's struggling. He talks on YouTube about how to overcome anxiety. He teaches this for a living, and he's nervous, he's shaking, he's got a panic attack. Some days I'm like that, but most of the days I'm like how I am now, in a good mood. And then I remember I am human, and we are allowed to be human, guys. We are allowed to feel fear. Now, how do we convert our anxiety into love, into self-love, into action, into pleasure, into relaxation, into enjoying ourselves? We've got to change our state. We've got to change our state of mind. Well, we don't have to change our state. We can change our state. Notice how I'm not forcing you. I'm not saying you have to overcome. It's a choice. Because anxiety is a funny thing. It's going to sound mad to say this, but I'm going to use an example. It's a bit like women and cats. If you're desperate, you push them away. They're not interested in you. If you're interested in them, you state your intentions, but you're relaxed about it, you don't panic, they'll come to you. Social anxiety, life anxiety is like that. If you panic all the time, if you just say, okay, I'm a bit nervous, but it's not going to kill me, not going to be the end of the world, your anxiety will go. So you can change your state of consciousness. I do it all the time. I teach people how to use this philosophy or this state of mind, tap into it. So when they go and meet people, or they're socializing, they're at work, or in their business, or they're teaching, or they're learning, or they're around people, to learn how to observe anxiety in their body, not panic, to change their state, and let the anxiety flow out. Great spiritual teachers talk about it. It's just waves passing through. Fun comes to mind. Once we start having fun, we start enjoying things. That's why I do these videos. That's why I teach, because I love it, I enjoy it, and it's fun, and it connects me to love. I wouldn't teach if I didn't have anxiety. I wouldn't have started the YouTube channel. Wouldn't have done it, wouldn't have wasted my time. So insecurities and anxiety are actually a good thing. But we're living in a culture and a society that's constantly making us feel ashamed for having a bit of anxiety or a bit of people phobia. I remember hearing the great Ronnie O'Sullivan, snooker player, say one day, he said, I just sound terrible. He goes, doing his voice as a joke, just to lighten things up, have a bit of a laugh. He goes, yeah man, I was on I can't do a good Ronnie O'Sullivan impression, but I'm just going to try and do it. He goes, yeah, he goes, I was on a radio station, they was going to interview me, and I just thought, I just can't handle it. I've got this terrible social phobia, like, I just couldn't talk, I couldn't be around people, and I didn't want to play the snooker, it was boring me, so I went for a run. I just want to have a little bit of fun, but I liked when he said that, because it made me feel, it's okay for me to be a bit nervous, because I'm a teacher as well. We all feel, sometimes we don't feel good, we need some time by ourselves. Go to nature, go to a park. Terence McKenna said, you want to see a teacher, go to nature and go look at a waterfall. That'll be the best teacher you ever saw. I don't even understand what he meant, but I understand what he meant, because what he was saying was, it doesn't get any better than that. It's beautiful, it's relaxing. Most of us have got anxiety because we're in stressful environments. We're in the city, we're jumping on the train, everyone's stressed on the train. We take on their stress. Or sometimes we're in a dysfunctional household where everyone's stressing, cursing each other out and getting angry and projecting on their fears, and we're getting more anxiety. Or sometimes we've had a great day, life's going great, and someone's got to come along and spoil our day and put their anxiety onto us. So I'm not here to give you anxiety, I'm here to make you feel good and, I don't even want to say remove it, it's not the right word. Just to be okay with it. just to feel it's okay, you're safe. So what we're going to do is now we're going to jump locations. I'm going to talk you through another exercise that I've used myself and I teach on my programs, and it's really helped me to better manage anxiety and to connect to love. Let's go to another location. Hey fellas, next location. So I want to talk to you guys about anxiety and purpose. This is something that I first learnt myself and I implemented and got amazing results of it. And I started to teach my students and they're getting amazing results. And it's something that you're going to continue to do throughout, for as long as you want. So anxiety and purpose. If you've got a good purpose, it will actually help you to withstand your anxiety. It will help you to recognise and realise why you're suffering in your life right now. Whether that's you suffering with socialising with people and getting more comfortable around people, which is always getting comfortable in yourself. Whether it's you facing anything that frightens you in your life, could be anything, childhood trauma, changing jobs, changing relationships, could be the fear of building new relationships, fear of intimacy. It could be anything that's anything in regards to you reaching happiness. This is something that massively helped me and it continues to help me. And I remember my mentor saying to me, Johnny, if he said to me, these are the words, if you know why you're doing it and you've got a strong purpose, the suffering no longer becomes suffering. The suffering becomes a good suffering, suffering that grows you and actually connects you to more love, freedom and success. So this is something I really want to stress to you and inspire you to do. If you've got a strong purpose, you can withstand a lot more anxiety. And it's almost like you reframe anxiety. So it's almost like if I said to you, you're going to go through one bad day, you're going to have 24 hours of a really bad day for a 3-month holiday, 3 months of just paradise, sun, good food, beautiful women, beautiful locations and all the rest of it, you'd go, okay, I can handle that. I can suffer one day, stressed out, depressed, anxiety, for 3 days of paradise. So think of it like that, it's really powerful. It's one of those simple things, but again, when you implement it and you start doing it, you'll really get the deeper meaning of what this concept is about and how it's going to help you. And it's all about the pursuit of happiness. Anything that we're pursuing in our life is always happiness and love attached to it. The poet Rumi said, every desire that we have is love in disguise. He said every desire is a desire for love. So what he meant by that was everything that we're trying to pursue, whether it's to make more money, to be more attractive, to be more liked, to impress people more, to change our lifestyle, it's always that the final goal is always love. Even if we don't know this on a conscious level, it's been absolutely true for me. It's been true for some of the greatest minds in the world. It's true for every human being. It's true for all of us, whether we acknowledge it or not. So it's really about transitioning from fear to love. Anxiety, going from having anxiety to feeling relaxed and enjoying yourself. And then sometimes back to anxiety again, back to love. It's a constant pursuit. That's why I say enjoy the process. I mean that in every sense of the word. So enjoy the process of having anxiety, getting a better management over anxiety, and then getting rid of it and feeling comfortable for ages. And you'll probably get to a stage where, I've said this to a student of mine, you'll actually see the benefits of having anxiety and facing fear. And it's a very simple equation I'm going to give you. Facing fear equals self-love. And I said it in my last video, to face fear we need courage. So courage is what helps us to face fear. When we face fear, we feel good for facing it, we grow more, we expand our consciousness, we build our self-esteem, and we get the result of whatever we're trying to pursue. And that's always a bonus. But it's always about love. Love is the most powerful thing we're going towards. So enjoy the process. I'm going to the next location. So fellas, last but not least, I want to talk to you about another great way to better manage anxiety, get yourself on a pursuit of happiness, connect to more love and achieve more success in your life and get more relaxed around people. It's a metaphor, getting relaxed with people if you've got social anxiety is a metaphor for getting more relaxed in yourself and in life and whatever it is that you're trying to go towards and achieve. Whether that's a new girlfriend, setting up your own business, a project, because even the most smallest thing, joining the gym, just becoming more of an optimistic person, getting yourself out of the negative social circle and getting yourself involved in building a new one. We've got to find, we've got to find ways to have fun. I really forget this myself. If you look at some of my older YouTube videos, Some of them are really relevant, where I was going out, I was having fun, I was talking to women, I wasn't taking myself too serious. What I was doing was, I was unconsciously doing it for myself, and I was teaching you guys. I was finding a way to have fun. When we have fun, anxiety doesn't exist, does it? Think about when you're a kid at a party with your friends. You first get into the party, you're a bit self-conscious, you feel a little bit like people are judging you, you're a bit nervous. After an hour, the music started, you have some cake, you have food, you start having a conversation, you get into a better state, and then you're laughing, you're having fun. You pretty much lose all your inhibitions. So we have to lose our inhibitions to lose our anxiety and to have fun. I'm going to give you some really simple things you can do. I've been doing this myself lately. I've been renting out, not the Barclays bikes, I think the Santander ones, isn't it? And I've been going for a ride. I can't tell you how good that is. I didn't ride a bike for years. And I'm working with a guy at the moment, he's a friend of mine on Skype, and he's always doing fun things. He goes to these dance classes, he does these long distance biking stuff, and he's around women, he's meeting people, he's developing himself, and he's overcoming his anxieties, and he's making it fun. We have to remember it. I forget all the time. I've got to remember that we don't have to take life serious all the time. Being spiritual, being congruent doesn't mean being a serious man who never smiles, never laughs and has fun. The more fun you have in your life, fun is love. It's the same answer again, like I said, what the poet Rumi said, what I'm telling you, what my mentors are telling me, what you're telling me, and what I'm learning back from my students. We have to find ways to have fun. We have to change the atmosphere in ourselves, and we'll change it outside. So do some sports. This is fun for me. This is me. I know I don't smile, I've got a natural relaxed face, but I love doing this. All the guys will tell you that I work with, all my friends who help me out with the filming. I love filming YouTube videos for you guys. It connects me. And any anxiety I've got in my life, it clears it out. It completely clears it out. So just to sort of go over the 3 points, when I did the first shot I did in the park, I talked about you're not the only one who has anxiety. It's normal to have anxiety. We all feel fear, we all get nervous sometimes, we all feel stressed. Just acknowledging that and accepting that, and I'm not the only one, you feel better. Over to the second point, I talked about having a purpose. If you've got a reason why you're doing something, the anxiety, you can tolerate the anxiety better, because it's not going to last forever. As I said, 24 hours of stress for 3 months, beautiful holiday. And last but not least, find ways to have fun. Socialising, I'm going to keep saying it. I run a social circle group in London. I'm going to leave a link in the description below. For guys that make excuses saying that they can't get the resources, not everyone can afford mentorship from myself or other teachers, so there's always a way. You have to take responsibility. And connecting with like-minded people is fun. That's what I do. I just get myself around people that are like-minded, that I feel good with, feel comfortable with. And it's nice, it's a balance. And sometimes we have to know when it's time to be serious. As men, we have to go to work. We have to put on our work jacket, so to speak. We have to knuckle down, get serious, and go out and do our errands and our tasks, come home and have fun. So it's all about having fun. I hope you've enjoyed this video. Overcoming anxiety through purpose, through the pursuit of happiness, and just getting a better management over it, and just accepting it. We're human beings, it's normal. So like and subscribe, enjoy the process, and again, if you want to take any of my services or find out more about my coaching and how I can help you, go to my website, www.johnnyberba.com, and I really appreciate the support. I can really feel it. I'm feeling it more this year. It's been great, it's inspiring me. And as always, make sure you put this stuff into practice. Let me know in the box below what you thought about this video. If you liked it, did you get a lot out of it? And for the critics, I love you as well, and I don't know, enjoy the process, alright?